guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you how I do my DIY Zala taping extensions. So I do them myself at home. If you're interested in seeing how I do them, then just continue to watch. So dangerous, I get this. So hi guys, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Juliette. I'm a mom of 2 boys and I do 3 videos a week on all sorts. I do lots of hauls and fashion and beauty and lifestyle videos. So if that's the kind of thing you're interested in, there is a little subscribe button down here in red somewhere. I would love for you to click that and stick around. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Just a couple of things to tell you. I used the Zala 18-inch taping extensions in shade 613, which is light blonde I believe, but I will leave the link to the exact extensions below and leave the link to the website as well. I get a lot of questions about my extensions, and it's because my hair is very thin and very fine, and so I use tapes. I have had so many different kinds of extensions. I've had micro rings, nano rings, clip-ins, but I prefer to have tapes in. But I do think for me they're a lot better because you don't see them in your hair as much at all, like they're invisible. I wear my hair up a lot, so when you wear your hair up you don't see them and it doesn't really pull, and most importantly they don't damage your hair. Like everybody thinks, oh my god, it's glue, you're putting glue in your hair, but it's not. You just get the tape solvent, which I use to get them out, and it just like dissolves the glue and it just comes out. And yes, some hair comes out with it when you take them out, but only your natural hair loss. Zala tape extensions are expensive, I'm not gonna lie. I've bought tape extensions in the past that are all way cheaper, but I think they are a false economy, and I'm gonna tell you why. When you buy extensions, you find that they're not very thick to the bottom, and they can be really like just ratty at the bottom. And also you'll find that sometimes you put them in and one wear and that is it. Whereas these extensions, this time of putting them in is actually my 6th time. So they're about 170 or 180 pounds when I bought mine, I believe, and I've only used half of that pack, so I've still got another few that are unused, and I've used these ones 6 times. So the cheaper ones that I've bought were £40, however I had to throw them away. So if you think about it, in the long run these are much better quality and you just can use them day in day out. So I only have 11 sandwiches in my hair. Sounds weird. So 11 tape sandwiches, so 22 pieces. A little you can see these are the 18-inch, so they are really comfortable. I absolutely love them, and I do them from home. Disclaimer, although technically I am a qualified hairdresser, I am not technically qualified to do tape extensions. I just do my own because I'm a stay-at-home mom and I need to save money. So when I actually bought and was looking for extensions, I inquired quite a few places, and it was about £200 to £250 to have them fitted. That is bizarre to me because I can put my tapes in now myself in just over 20 minutes. So to pay somebody £250 just to fit them, I think is like bonkers. Like, it's just crazy. So the hair is expensive, but if you can save the money on getting them fitted, then do it. Let's get into the video. So I've set it up like this so you can see what I can see, and I'll show you just how easy it is to do it yourself. Now I will say that if you do have someone to help you, definitely do that, because it is easier to have somebody to help you. But 9 times out of 10 I do mine on my own. These are my tape extensions. These have been in now, this will be the 6th time I've wore these. What I'll do is I will condition them when they're in my hair, but you can still see that they're nice and silky. They're really still thick to the ends. I will probably wear these once more for holiday, and because I'm going to be going in the pool and everything, I will probably buy some new ones. I've retaped these, so you will be able to see on here ready for that white thing to be peeled off, and I retape these. You can buy the new tapes from Zala as well. It's really important to get a tail comb. I use this one, and what you want to do is, I think that the most important part of putting tape and extensions in is really getting your sectioning right, because if you get that right, then everything else looks great. So brush through your hair, and then I go, my first section, it's out of the way. Yeah, you'll need a clip as well. As close to the bottom as I can, but make sure you've got enough hair so when you put your hair up into a ponytail, you can't see the extensions. So I would recommend about 1 inch of hair at the bottom, as you can see there. And then what you want to do is you want to get a straight line all the way across, so then you are good to go. Okay, so right at the base, I find that I only put in 2 tapes here. So you can put more in if you are putting yours a bit higher, or if you're putting yours a little lower and you only want to put 1 in, that is absolutely fine also. But what you want to do is, as I say, I will put about 2 tapes in here. So then what you want to do is you want to get your tail comb, and you want to put it about 1 inch in from the sides as well, because you don't want any here when you put your hair up. So you want to go about 1 inch in, about there, and you want to get a bit of hair. And this bit of hair, you want it to be as thick as the tape, but then you also don't want the chunk to be too thick. They come in pairs. This would be the first one. So you want to lift your hair up, that section up, and then you want to place your tape. I always do the underneath first because I think it's easier to control. Section of hair up, place the tape underneath. Now you want to get it close to the root but not uncomfortably, and then lower the hair down onto it, and then you want to push that hair onto the tape. Okay, so once that sandwich, that bottom sandwich is in, what you want to do is you want to get your next piece, and then you want to do the same. So you want to take the white stuff off. This is where it gets a little, like, when you're doing it on your own, it comes with practice, but it's like, because you're in a mirror, everything is backwards. So you just want to make sure that you're doing it right. So you get your tape, and you want to find where you've just put that last bit down, and then you want to put your sandwich on top. So I do it by feel now. So you find the edge, and you put that edge on, and then you want to run it across the tape to the other side, and then you just give it a bit of a squidge together. Now that is it, and that is your 1 tape in, and that is in. Like, can you see? That is in tight. It is not going to go anywhere. And then what you want to do is you want to repeat this process as you go up the hair. You get your tail comb, and then you get your next section of hair, lift it up. That is the first section in, and that is how easy it is. I forgot to say, excuse the state of the room by the way, because I'm packing in here. So if you see the rest of the room and you're like, what is going on? I'm still packing. So yeah, so that is the first row. You can see now when I turn, so if I put my hair up now, you can't see any extensions at all. You can't see the edges, and you can't see the bottom, and they are completely flat to my head. So with a lot of the other extensions, you're obviously going to have that ridge of like where your nano rings are, or where your weave is, or something like that. But with this, it's completely like flat to your head, and they are so comfortable. So then you go up probably about not quite 1 inch. You want to go just above the other tapes, but obviously you need enough hair to stick them to. So I always go by a little bit of a guesstimate, but as you get used to it, you will get the hang of it. So that's probably how far I will go up on the next extension. So I'll just tie the rest out of the way. And can you see how all the lines I'm doing are really nice and neat? And I just think that this is just the best way to put in tapes. Just make sure you take your time and you do them nice and neat, because I do think that makes the biggest difference. So with the next one, I'm probably going to put 2 or 3 in. Just get your tapes and you can measure up. So you see if you've got one there, and you've got one there that is pretty close to the edge. So I'm probably going to put another 2 on this row again. So I'm going to repeat the pattern of the one underneath on this one. Can't emphasize how easy it is to do once you get the hang of it. It's a bit of a faff to start with, but honestly, to say that this costs £250 to get it fitted, if you can master the art of it, you save so much money. Okay, so this is my next row. Now you want to get the rows as close together as possible. You obviously need that little bit of hair there to sandwich it, but with my hair is really thin, so I try and get as many as I can, like in the bottom half, so that you can't see it from the top. So on this row I'm going to do 3 extensions. So I'm going to brick them with the ones underneath. So these 2 are here, the next one up, I'm going to put one right in the middle of my hair. So right in the middle is about here, so I'm going to put an extension here, pop your extension underneath, lie your hair down like that. Get your next piece and pop it on top. And that is it. So a good tip is to like do this with your extension. Just make sure there's enough movement with it, and then that is it. So already I'm getting there now already. So I'm going to pop another one in here. So that is now 3 rows in. So what I'll probably do now is I will do one more row, but I will do it coming around the sides now, so that I've got a few in the sides. So let me just take it down so you can see what it's looking like. As you can see already, that is pretty much all I would really need at the back anyway, but I will put another row in to make sure that it blends a bit better. On the sides, they will like angle up towards my face, and that is so that when you put your hair up, it's just going to be a lot easier. Like I say, you will get used to placing them. Like last time I put them in, I actually put 2 really close to the front, and although they were really nice and blended really nice, they did really irritate me. So I know this time that I won't do that. I also, with my hair, don't like to go too high, because like I say, my hair is very, very thin and fine, and you can see them. Like if they're too high, not really, but for me personally, like I can see them, like I know that they're there, and I like them to be really discreet, and I like them to not look like extensions if I can. You can see there that I've gone up at the sides, down and round. So now I'm going to put the last 4 in. Like I say here, what I'm going to do with this one is like angle it up a little. So you want to make sure that it's away from your ear by about 1 inch so you won't see it, and then so it's angled up this one. And this, like I say, is just so that when you put your hair in a ponytail, you don't see it. I'm going to put my hair up, like I say. Let me take it up like this. You can't see this extension at all through the hair, and that's just what I really like. So I'm just going to do the last 2. Pajamas, I know. No. Okay, so this is it now. I have got in So I've got, how many did I put in? I put two rows of 2, that's 2, 4, a row of 3, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I've only got 11 sandwiches in my hair now, and you can see that for me that is fine because I've got really thin, fine hair, so it matches up with it. And then my hair is like here, and then these are my extensions. So you can trim it if you want to angle it down, you can do whatever you like. It's not straightened or styled or anything, I've literally just put them in. So when you wash it or style it or put them together, they will blend a lot better. But that is straight as I've just put them in. So I will trim these so to level them up a bit, and I will probably put a bit of conditioner in them as well because they are a little dry because I haven't conditioned them properly. But yeah, that is it. That is so quick and so easy. These will last me now for like, I'll keep them in for probably about 8 weeks, and then I take them out because I have my hair dyed every 10 weeks. And I will quickly just show you it up in a ponytail. Okay, so that is in a ponytail. Any extensions at all, like, it's ridiculous. And I love these extensions because they just add that little bit more volume to my hair, and yeah, I just love them. So I really hope you enjoyed watching it, and yeah, I am just coming to take my extensions out, and I am going to film how I put them back in. So I'll show you quickly how easily they come out, because I think a lot of people ask whether they damage your hair, and I thought this would be the best way to show you. So please excuse the fact that my hair is really greasy. It's actually the best way to take them out. So I'm just going to give it a brush through because it's easier to brush my extensions when they're in. And these will be going back in my hair for holiday. These are the ones that will get probably matted the most, because these are the ones right at the top, so they get pulled a lot when I'm putting my hair up and stuff. The extension, these have been in for 4 weeks, so you can see the hair growth on it, you can see how much the hair has grown, you can see that there is no like bald spot or anything. So what I use is this. So this is the Zala tape solvent, but it's pretty much like an oil spray. So you can use like an oil to get them out, but I would always recommend just using the one that your hair supplier recommends, because then if anything goes wrong, you can say to Zala, look, I used your adhesive remover and it hasn't worked, or it's ruined the extensions. And then you're covered. So all you do is you just spray it onto the extension and like work it in. I like to, it smells lovely, I like to spray it on the top and underneath as well, because I just think I'd rather it come out nice and easy. And you just give that a rub, and I can already feel the like the tape starting to dissolve. But what I tend to do then is like I peel back the extension a little, so you just find the edge of the sandwich, and you can see, let me see if I can turn to the camera, so you can see there how it's starting to come away from each other. And I just do that, I just put like my nail in and work it apart. Don't pull, don't yank, just let the solvent do its job, and just keep working your way across. If you do get to a bit that's really like still adhesive, you just put a little bit more of this in and see how that's just loosened straight away. So I'm not even pulling hard, it's just melting away now, it's just coming away. So that is pretty much it. That is it apart. That's the bottom one off. You can see that there's still like some adhesive residue on there. It's best to get that off when it's dry, I find, because otherwise it's just really like, well, sticky. And then this other bit now should just pull off the hair. Nice and easy, just the same. And there you go, the back will just come off, the pack will just peel off like that. So I always do at that point is I sandwich the tape extension back together, because they won't stick because the adhesive is all oily now. give it a brush through and then put it aside. Make sure you're putting them aside. If you're going to put these back in, make sure you put them aside in order so that you know that these are like the top, and work your way down because the lengths will be different. Okay, so this is my hair now. As you can see, it's still got a bit of gluey residue in, so that will come out when I wash it. Now, you are going to lose a bit of hair. Let me brush through so you can see. Now, don't just go to the top and yank out, because these have been in for a while. But if you work your way up the hair and just give it a nice gentle brush. But okay, I should have taken the hair out of my brush really to show you, shouldn't I, how much hair you lose. So you will lose a bit of hair because it's been in for 4 weeks, but the amount of hair you lose is nothing. Like, I've had extensions that I've taken them out and I've had bald spots, which when I haven't got a lot of hair to start with is terrible. But yeah, these will come out nice and easy. So I will go around and take all of these out now, and I'm going to show you how to put them in, but I thought we'd show you how to remove them as well, because there's a lot of videos out there that show you how to put them in, but then 4 weeks later you're like, oh my god, how the hell do I take them out? So that is how they come out, and you can see there, like I say, that the hair is absolutely fine. I can get in close. I mean, my hair is quite thin and fine anyway, but you can see that there's no bald spots or anything. There's just a little bit of glue remnants, which I would suggest getting out with like this, and just keep rubbing it and making sure that all that glue is nice and dissolved, and then when you wash your hair it'll be fine. So yeah, I'm just going to quickly take out the rest. Okay, so that is, let me see, that is my hair now, like with all my extensions out, and let me show you, like that's brushing through it, so it looks wet, but that's just all that tape solvent. And I just make sure I have loads in it, loads of it in my hair, because I just want all that glue to be dissolved out of. My hair is in really good condition. Yes, it's really thin and really fine, because that is what my hair is like. I can't change that. Let me just brush it out for you so you can see. There you go. So that is my hair now with no extensions in, and they're all out. As you can see, there's no damage. It still looks really nice and healthy. And yeah, all out to be coloured on Friday. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed showing you how I put my tape extensions in, because so many of you have asked me, and so I'm just really happy that I've got to show you. And I have done a video on it before, but it was like one of my first videos, and it's really embarrassing and not great, so I thought we'd do another one for you. If you did like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I would love for you to subscribe and stick around. And until next time guys, take care.